Welcome to another chilling episode of Hen House Files, where we cluck through the darkest corners of the unexplained. Today, we're pecking at a tale that'll make your feathers stand on end. So, buckle up, because we're about to take a frightful journey down Whispering Pines Road. Let's see if we can crack this mystery wide open, just like a fresh egg. Whispering Pines Road, a desolate stretch of asphalt that has become synonymous with terror, lies nestled in the heart of a forgotten forest. For decades, drivers have reported eerie encounters with ghostly apparitions, and some have even claimed to have seen spectral figures standing in the middle of the road, causing them to swerve and crash. Journalist Sarah Mitchell decided to investigate the road's dark history, determined to uncover the truth behind the chilling tales. Sarah began her investigation by interviewing local residents who had experienced the supernatural firsthand. One elderly woman recounted a story of seeing a ghostly figure of a woman in a white dress standing on the side of the road, her long hair obscuring her face. "She just stood there, staring at me with empty eyes," the woman said, her voice trembling. "I couldn't move, couldn't look away. It was like she was reaching out to me, begging for help." As Sarah delved deeper, she discovered that Whispering Pines Road had been the site of a horrific accident years ago. A bus carrying a group of school children had crashed, killing everyone on board. The wreckage was never fully cleared, and some believed the spirits of the children still haunted the road, seeking vengeance or a way back to the world of the living. One moonless night, Sarah decided to drive down Whispering Pines Road herself. The road was eerily quiet, the only sound the crunch of gravel beneath her tires. As she rounded a sharp bend, she saw a figure standing in the middle of the road. It was a child, dressed in a tattered school uniform, its face pale and eyes hollow. Sarah slammed on the brakes, her heart pounding in her chest. The figure didn't move, just stood there, staring at her with an unearthly intensity. Suddenly, a chill swept through the car, and the child's form began to shimmer and fade. Sarah watched in horror as the figure dissolved into a mist, leaving behind a single, bloodied shoe. As she sat there, frozen in fear, she heard a chorus of whispers carried on the wind, the voices of the children, their pleas for help echoing through the night. Sarah managed to drive away, her mind racing with the terrifying encounter. She returned to her hotel, her hands still shaking. As she sifted through her notes, she realized that the road's dark history was not just a collection of tales, but a reality that continued to haunt those who dared to travel down Whispering Pines Road. The ghosts of the past were not content to rest, and their presence would forever be a chilling reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded on that desolate stretch of road. But Sarah's investigation didn't stop there. She decided to visit the local library, digging through old newspapers and archives to find more information about the accident. What she discovered sent a shiver down her spine. The bus driver had been an alcoholic, and on the night of the crash, he was reportedly drunk behind the wheel. The school had tried to keep it quiet, but the truth was out there, buried beneath layers of bureaucracy and fear. Sarah also learned about a local legend involving a curse. According to the tale, a witch had once lived near Whispering Pines Road, and she had cursed the land, vowing that it would forever be haunted by the spirits of the innocent. The legend suggested that the curse was the reason the ghosts of the children remained, unable to find peace. As Sarah pieced together the puzzle, she began to understand the depth of the tragedy. The road was not just haunted by the spirits of the children, but also by the weight of the cover-up and the guilt of those who had tried to hide the truth. The ghosts were not just seeking vengeance. They were also crying out for justice. Determined to bring the truth to light, Sarah decided to write an article exposing the dark secrets of Whispering Pines Road. She hoped that by shining a light on the past, she could help the spirits find peace and prevent future tragedies. As she finished her article, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched, that the ghosts of the children were with her, guiding her every step of the way. But the haunting didn't end there. Sarah discovered an old, abandoned house near the road, a place where the spirits seemed to congregate. The house had been haunted for about 10 years, and several people had tried to stay there all night, but they always would be scared out by the haunt. One time, a preacher went to see if he could put a haunt to rest at the house. He heard the haunt start up again, slowly, step, 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 closer and closer, step, step, and it was right at the door. The preacher stood up and held his Bible out before him. Then the knob slowly turned, and the door opened wide. This time the preacher spoke quiet-like. He said, "In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, who are you and what do you want?" Sarah decided to conduct a paranormal investigation at the house, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural activity. She brought along a team of investigators, including an electronic voice recorder EVP, which picked up something utterly spine-chilling. The EVP captured a woman's voice crying late at night, and occasionally, they heard a doll that seemingly appeared to move on its own. As they explored the house, they felt an overwhelming sense of dread. The air grew colder, and the investigators reported seeing shadows moving in the corners of their eyes. Suddenly, a door slammed shut, and a cold breeze swept through the room. The investigators froze, their hearts pounding, as they realized they were not alone. Sarah's investigation led her to the legend of the witch who had cursed Whispering Pines Road. The witch, known as Mother Schmale, was said to have been a powerful and vengeful spirit. Those who had seen her ghostly apparition described her as a male figure, but as soon as the figure registered in your mind, it disappeared into the darkness. According to local lore, Mother Schmale had been wronged by the community and sought revenge by cursing the land. Her spirit was said to roam the road, ensuring that the curse remained in effect. Sarah discovered that the witch's grave was located near the abandoned house, and she decided to visit the site, hoping to communicate with the spirit. As Sarah stood at the grave, she felt a presence, a chill that seemed to seep into her very bones. She closed her eyes and whispered a plea for the witch to reveal her secrets. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept through the trees, and Sarah heard a voice, faint and ethereal, whispering in her ear. "They took everything from me," the voice said. "Now, I take everything from them." Sarah's investigation had uncovered a web of secrets and lies, a dark history that had been buried for far too long. The ghosts of Whispering Pines Road were not just the spirits of the children who had perished in the bus crash. They were also the restless souls of those who had been wronged by the community, including Mother Schmale. As Sarah prepared to publish her article, she received a visit from an unexpected source. A woman, claiming to be the great-granddaughter of Mother Schmale, approached Sarah with a warning. "You're playing with forces you don't understand," the woman said. "The curse is real, and it will not be broken easily." The woman revealed that her ancestor had been a healer, wrongly accused of witchcraft by the community. In her vengeance, she had cursed the land, ensuring that it would be haunted by the spirits of the innocent. The woman begged Sarah to reconsider publishing her article, fearing that it would only serve to strengthen the curse. Despite the warning, Sarah was determined to see her investigation through to the end. She published her article, exposing the dark secrets of Whispering Pines Road and the curse of Mother Schmale. As the story gained traction, Sarah received numerous messages from people who claimed to have experienced supernatural encounters on the road. One message in particular caught Sarah's attention. A man claimed to have seen a ghostly figure of a woman in a white dress standing on the side of the road. The figure had reached out to him, begging for help, before disappearing into the night. The man's description matched that of the elderly woman Sarah had interviewed at the beginning of her investigation. As the days turned into weeks, Sarah began to notice a change. The reports of ghostly encounters on Whispering Pines Road seemed to be subsiding, and the road no longer held the same eerie atmosphere it once did. It was as if the spirits had found peace, their voices finally heard after all these years. Sarah's investigation had not only uncovered the truth about the road's dark history, but had also given a voice to the restless souls who had haunted it for so long. The curse of Mother Schmale, it seemed, had been lifted, and the road was finally at peace. And so, Sarah's journey down Whispering Pines Road came to an end. But the legacy of the road lived on. The road remained a chilling reminder of the past, a place where the line between the living and the dead blurred. For those who dared to travel down its lonely path, the ghosts of the children would always be there, whispering their tales of sorrow and loss. Thank you for joining us on this spine-tingling adventure. Remember, sometimes the truth is scarier than any ghost story. Until next time, stay clucky and keep those eyes peeled for the unexpected. This is Hen House Files,